And welcome back to Penn State Sports Night for our final segment of the show. Let's go into NHL a little bit with the Ray Emery situation. The NHL announced that they had decided not to suspend him for his big hit. Was that the right decision?
Not at all, because if you're looking at this situation from the NHL, you have a huge PR issue right now. People still think this is a garage league, and failure to enforce any sort of suspension in a goalie fight. I understand that being a Penguins fan, we had this issue with Brent Johnson against Rick DiPietro. There's no room for it. The NHL has to be proactive here.
I don't think a suspension is warranted. I think that fighting is what draws people to the NHL, and the physicality is what draws people to the NHL.
I have to disagree with you. I agree with Matt. He definitely should have been suspended. It was uncalled for. The other goalie obviously did not want to fight him.
And again, I'm on the side that he should have been suspended. There's goalie fighting, and then there's goalie beatdowns. Emery beat down the other goaltender, not right. And that's going to do it, though, for our NHL talk. Now we're going to move on to our favorite segment of the show, Over Under. It's a staple on Penn State Sports Night, and we're going to bring it to you right now. Matt, let's start with you.
Peyton Manning having a very strong year, halfway home, a little over halfway home to 5,000 yards. I say over under 5,000 for the year. Same stuff to break Drew Brees' single-season passing record.
With John Fox now being out several weeks, they're saying, I don't think he's going to be over that 5,000 mark. But you never know with Peyton Manning.
Yeah, Jack Del Rio isn't exactly the same coach that John Fox is, but I think that with the weapons that Peyton Manning has, he has a chance. He's projected to throw for 5,900 yards. So even if he fell off his current pace, I think he'll still get there.
I think he goes over. He's basically the offensive coordinator in Denver. He's going to get it to his weapons in Welker, Decker, Julius Thomas, Demarius Thomas. He's going to get over 5,000 yards.
Peyton Manning definitely has the weapons to go over 5,000. I don't think it's going to happen. Jeff, let's go to you for your over-under.
I'm going to go back to our incognito talk. Over-under one more game played in the NFL for Richie Incognito.
Well, he's already been suspended by the Miami Dolphins. Will he see the field again? Maybe. I don't know. I'm going to stay right at par and say not over, not under. I don't know at this point, and there's just not enough information out.
I don't think he'll ever play another NFL game. I don't think anyone will pick him up. I mean, offensive linemen are obviously important in the NFL, and he's obviously very talented. But I don't think anyone will pick him up. They don't want the publicity issues. That's why I don't think they'll pick him up.
I completely agree with you, Matt.
I'm going to go with the push because there's no reason to say yet he's definitely not going to play a game, and there's not reason to say yet he definitely will play a game. You have to see how things play out.
Okay, I think for my over-under, I'm going to go with will the Miami Heat, we didn't get to basketball yet, but will the Miami Heat win not 2, not 3, not 4, not 5 championships? Will they win 5 championships?
They will win under 5 championships because LeBron James will be a Cleveland Cavalier before they get a chance to win 5.
I'm not going to say that LeBron will be a Cavalier, but I'm going to stay under 5 also.
I'm going to stay under, and I think that reign ends this very season. I think that eventually someone in the East, maybe, or in the West, is going to find a way to beat Miami. They've played too many games. I think eventually they're going to wear out.
Well, the Heat are definitely on the decline now, and there are some young teams, there are some young players. You saw the Pacers push them to 7 games last year. I mean, there will be teams with young players that will be able to push the Miami Heat, certainly.
The age is definitely an issue with the Heat this season. Now it's time for my over-under. We talked about this a little bit earlier, but over-under 7 wins for the Penn State Nittany Lions football team, and you cannot push.
All right, so if I'm not going to be able to push, I'm going to go over then. I'll say 8. I think that will get, as I said earlier, with Purdue and Minnesota, they might be able to sneak away Nebraska more likely than they would Wisconsin, only because Madison, again, they haven't fared very greatly. In the last time they won, there was in 2008.
Because I can't push, I'm sorry, but because I can't push, I'm going to say 6-6. I think that Minnesota will definitely be a lot tougher game than a lot of people give them credit for, and then the Nebraska and Wisconsin games will be difficult.
I'm going to go with the same exact thing Brendan says. My original prediction was 7-5, but since I cannot push...
I'm sorry.
Hey,
I had to make that cutoff.
Since I cannot push, I think it's more likely that they lose to Minnesota than beating Wisconsin or Nebraska, so I'm going to stay at 6-6.
Yeah, and Wisconsin, a very difficult place to play in for any team, not just Penn State. But that's going to do it for us on Penn State Sports Night. For Matt Michaelone, Jeff Jazeski, and Brandon May, I'm Tyler Feldman. We will be back next time around for another great edition of Penn State Sports Night. Have a fabulous week, Penn State, and take care.